right. So on deck we have Blizzard Lounge. Up next we have Slam for Your Die. Who are you sending up?
Spencer Burchell!
Spencer Burchell, please come up here.
I found the album I listened to every morning while you were in the shower. I had so much time that it overwhelmed me. I knew you never took inventory, so I started pocketing hours, and then, when I moved back home, all I owned were someone else's hours. It didn't make me feel less scared that I was wasting my whole life. I just felt like I was living all these weeks of time I stole from your house, and they belonged to you still, so I belong to you still. Like how when you kill a man, you can't extend your own life with his blood. You gutted me in the driveway. You know, remember things differently every time we remember them, and I know for certain I think of you more than you think of me, so maybe this whole story is wrong. Let me start over. I found the album I listened to every morning when you gave me a home for winter. I spent entire blizzards waiting for you to wake up, but the tides came in and you were still behind a closed door. You called me family, but still not family enough to stay. I'm sorry. I think it went like this. Today, I found the album I listened to when we both occupied the same kitchen space and you wouldn't look at me, and then when I was too heavy for the whole household, I couldn't look at you. What I'm trying to say is it sounded like our bastard bed contorted into 4 chords. Felt like the whole town was in my mouth. Like all that ache still lived in my feet. All the eyes I locked with on the sidewalk were in my stomach, screaming like heavy moths. Once, I chain smoked on your porch, and you came outside, asked me to come in with you, and I didn't, so you went back inside. It felt like that.
Thank you, Spencer. You're like holding it down. Thank you, Judge. Thank you. All right.
All right, judges.
1. We have 1. I'll keep doing this. I will be annoying. We have 3. We have 3.
Come on now.
We have 4. We have 5. Awesome. Yay. All right. I can be really excited about counting, guys. Like, don't worry. It's fine. All right. So, from low to high, we have a 7.9. We have an 8. We have an 8.1. We have an 8.2, and we have an 8.6. That's going to be a 24.3. I hope you all realize. Yeah, give it up for that poet. 24.3 for Slam for Your Die. I hope you all realize I'm nervously looking over at these folks to do math for me, because I do not do math. I do English and special ed. I do not know how to do math. All right. Okay, so up next, we have, on deck, we have Northampton. And then up next, we have Blizzard Lounge. Blizzard Lounge, who are you sending up?
There you go.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Wallace, please come.
My actions are the offspring of my thoughts, imagination, and fascination with elevation and soul beautification, but no one's perfect. Thus my frustration. So I submerge in meditation to alienate this nation who has come complacent. Savage imagery vividly given to we since infancy, yet we speak timidly. The epitome of dependency. You see, I move masses, they move asses, speaking over beats that's played. I sit in silence, speaking telepathically with serenity, while playing chess with Osiris, debating love with Isis, and still taking a couple of seconds to scribe these thoughts on papyrus. I breathe life into words, awaking them from their eternal slumber, causing them to echo throughout eternity's halls. I seek philosopher chronicles hidden in rhyme, buried with chocolate-covered pyramids with jimmies on top, aged perfectly with a hint of lime. Crescent moons blossom in June in my sand dune garden, watered by time's oasis. Find yourself in truth labyrinth, get lost in love's eyes, savor passion's elixir, and say goodbye to time. Well, you see, it's moments like this I remember, scripting my soul's ember, burning your December with third-degree conversations. I am more than a poet. I am love's ancient lore, lingering, being born from a pen, living eternally on pages, the soul secrets of apostles, poets, and sages, giving birth to faceless spaces, wondering enough was said. And if we said it all, then poets tell me what is left. What is left is the untold. As life improvisational script unfolds, we keep writing, a continuous script that has no end, and I can't tell you it begins, but I can tell you some of the place it has been. Like the time it spoke to Gibran, inspiring him to create The Prophet, or the time Homer had writer's block. And I can vaguely recall Shakespeare's sonnets sounding eerily familiar. I am the rapping at Poe's chamber door. I am the reason Emerson returned to Walden Pond. I am he who you seek in the stolen moments. I am the secrets you are too afraid to speak, but will leave on blank pages for no one to see. I am healing, I am pain, I am sun, moon, rain. I am love's imagination, wandering, getting lost, then finding itself in you. I want to know that I will live long after you die and speak to those with hearts big enough to change the world and have dreams that can't be confined to just words. I live on kissers' lips in the corners of anticipation, waiting for that one moment when truth needs no introduction. I live in the darkness, comforted by my yearning for the light. I'm a smile peeking from the corners of your sadness. I am undeniably you.
Thank you, Wallace. You're a judge. Oh, we got 2 speedy judges. That's what I like to see. Y'all are learning. I'm excited. All right, 2 judges, 3 judges. 3 judges. We have 3 judges. 4 judges. We have 4 judges. We have 5 judges. All right. So from low to high, we have a 7.7. We have a 9.1, a 9.2, a 9.4, and a 9.8. It's gonna be a 27.7. Let's give it up for that poet. All right. On deck, we have Providence. Up next, we have Northampton. Northampton, who are you sending up?
Rahil!
Rahil, please come up here.
A woman begat a woman, and so on, for thousands of years until a woman begat whatever I am. A question mark with instinct and breasts. My mom has a scar across her stomach, equator that comes from having a life cut out of you. Like a good woman, she hated her body. Like a good mother, she taught me how. She taught me laughter as a way to make a man feel bigger, my voice as a way to make men feel bigger. And I wonder if anger, fear is hereditary. What I mean is I wonder if Granny gave me something sharper than her cheekbones. I first realized I was a girl when a man told me I was one. I first realized I was not a girl when a man told me I was one. I know what a man lying tastes like by now. It's a kind of anger I know how to swallow. I'm discovering so many kinds of anger these days. There's how hypermasculinity boils into a fist, that's one. There's yelling and plate smashing, that's another, or maybe just the same but louder, the kind that could pierce your ears and it would hurt, but you'd make it something pretty. There's pretty angry and crying angry and angry that isn't angry, just afraid. Then there's quiet anger, open-mouthed and soundless, that sits chalky on the tongue, dissolving bitter until it is small enough to swallow without choking. But sometimes it still feels like you're choking, the kind you tuck under your pillow at night, that threads keys between your knuckles like maybe it will keep you safe someday. The kind of anger that knows how to feel unsafe like a good woman, even if you aren't a woman anymore. The kind of anger that doesn't get unlearned. You know, it's like riding a bike or whatever. It's like how not to trust a cis man. Like I've only had to learn some lessons once. The kind I was taught to keep in my womb, to give to my daughter, the kind of anger you have to give birth to, the kind of anger, legacy, that screams when it is born before it learns that good girls don't scream. They swallow.
Thank you, Rob. Oh, wow. We have a new speedy judge, guys. What the hell? Holy crap. Guys, I'm swearing. Oh my god. All right.
No, don't change your score once it's up.
Yeah, no, keep it up. Thank you, y'all. All right. So, from low to high, we have an 8.1. We have a 9.4.
Yeah, it is.
We have a 9.5, a 9.5, and a 9.6. We're going to drop the low, we're going to drop the high, and that is a 24 even.
28.
28.4. I'm a liar. Listen, guys, y'all were cheering so loud, and I only have so many ears. I don't know.